Hello and welcome to the final game of this season of the Dominion League. Not a great season for us, but we'll see if we can finish strong. We need to win this to give ourselves every possible chance of not demoting to the E division. So this kingdom looks terrible. I don't know what to do here. You don't have any actions necessarily. You kinda do, but it's convoluted. Your golem has to flip two horses to do that. There's no plus buy. There's no gaining. So what really do you do here? Well, my eyes went to Swamp Hag. There's no way to trash curses as well. So maybe that would be impactful. I understand. Initially, okay, let's stop and talk about this. Initially, I didn't like the Swamp Hag because there was Scouting Party and Stampede on the board, and I thought there was sufficient uh, counterplay against the Swamp Hag, and I didn't really see a way for anyone to have a Swamp Hag and play consistently. So at some point, you're going to be free from the Hag's grip. Then you could slowly build up. Maybe even like Smithy and Money would do it. Maybe. But maybe I'm wrong. Then after some more thought, I thought, okay, look, I don't need to get the Swamp Hag straight away. I have 5-2 again. This is probably third 5-2 for the match, which is kind of ridiculous. And I don't think Cave got any. So instead I go for the Royal Seal. It is a silver effectively, and top decking can be nice. With the Scouting Party here especially, I can guarantee, well, or almost guarantee getting to 5 so that I'll be able to top deck this Swamp Hag on the next turn. So Cave opens with a silver and probably a silver, because what else do you open with it? You could open Smithy and silver. That's a legitimate consideration, Smithy and silver, really, and just play for money. But the Swamp Hag does throw a spanner in the works, and you do have to think about, right, how do I deal with that? Because it might happen. Anyways, so they go for silver and silver. They get their Swamp Hag on turn 3, as do I, but because of the seal, I'm able to top deck it. And now Cave makes an interesting play. They get the potion. A little bit early for the potion, given that they have just one action card in the deck. But and I didn't really believe in the golem, because what is the golem doing? I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, here I put down my hag and I use Scouting Party to find my seal so I can buy and top deck something again here. So the hag, I guess, prevents Cave here from buying another silver or something. They instead opt just for a Scouting Party, and then they'll pass it back to me here. So one thing I did miss with the golem initially is that it does help you. So they get a second Scouting Party. So the golem does help you to maintain the Swamp Hag lock. The golem, if the only actions in your deck are Swamp Hags, then every golem will find a Swamp Hag guaranteed, right? So a golem in that deck is effectively a copy of a Swamp Hag. And I have problems with Swamp Hag because I don't know how to play with the card, really. This has been one of the most troubling attacks for me in terms of countering it. When do you take the curses, when do you not? 9 for me here is definitely going to be a Scouting Party, and I can top deck card of my choice. Could be Bank, but I don't think I can use the Bank yet, so it'll be another Swamp Hag. I now have 2 Swamp Hags. Cave is able to get a Golem, and I didn't have the Hag up, so they get no curse. No curse bonus. Buy a Golem, get a curse free. No, there's no curse for them, so that's good for them. I get my Hag down now, and all right. I was thinking about just playing Swamp Hag and money at this point. No lie. Because I didn't believe in the golem. I didn't see what it was doing. That being said, I decided to buy the potion anyway. I'm thinking even about Smithy, just Smithy and money with Swamp Hag. These were all of the thoughts circulating at this point. Instead, I opt for the potion, and okay, now I was thinking, all right, maybe I could build something a little more elaborate. I have my Swamp Hags. I can have 2 in the deck, and I can put 1 Smithy in later, so that every time I see the golem, what'll happen is I'll put 1 Swamp Hag in play, and maybe the Smithy will come out to let me draw, and then I play money with these golems doing this kind of draw plus swamp hag action. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So Swamp Hag comes down for Cave, just going to pick up a scouting party to dodge my Swamp Hag. I am able to apply the lock for 2 turns in a row there, and I get the Stampede. So Swamp Hag is great for getting to Stampede, and the Stampede also allows you to play around your opponent's Swamp Hag. The 5 horses are great. You don't even have to play them. You just could leave them in the deck, especially for Cave, now that they have the Golem, which here, just shuffle the deck because they don't have any more action. They have 0 action. It's the most expensive shuffle deck card in the game. But for Cave, they will Stampede here, and then the Golem can turn up 2 horses, which is pretty good. So they do take the Stampede top deck. The horses here, I am going to go ahead and try to look for my potion, I think, because I'm not under the influence of the hag. And I would like to buy something nice, or as nice as possible, while it doesn't come with a bonus curse. I have to play all my horses, unfortunately. However, I am able to top deck the Golem, which is nice. And clear the top of the deck with the Scouting Party, so, the horses did something. Anyways, so out come a lot of horses for Cave-O, and they put down their Swamp Hag. 6 for them is just going to be another Stampede. Nope, I was wrong. So they bought a Swamp Hag. So they were the first ones to break lock. So now we have 2 each. Right, now we have 2 each, a Golem each. They have 2 silvers to my seal. This is the only difference in the deck is that. No. I have a bit of unfortunate draw here for me with the Golem colliding with the Swamp Hag. So I can't really play the Golem. It won't find any targets, and I would rather have the Swamp Hag in play than cause a new shuffle and buy the Stampede. And this is going to be a theme for a very, very long time in this match. Play Swamp Hag and do nothing else except buy Stampede. So Cave-O did it on that turn. Here I miss my Swamp Hag and the Golem, which is a bit sad. And I am under the influence of the hag. So I am not going to buy anything here. Just going to use Scouting Party to clear the collision between the hag and the... Never mind. I'm just going to buy the Stampede because I can't put 5 cards in play and buy Scouting Party and Stampede. So we just take the Stampede, pass it back. So Cave drops some horses on the table, trying to establish the lock. So they do establish the lock here. Swamp Hag can play every turn, and they take the province. Now that province was free, no curse. They could have considered building there, and one thing that ran through my mind for most of this game is bank. So on one turn, for example, you can use Stampede, collect the horses, and then on the next turn, you play all the horses, you draw a lot of treasure, and then the bank is worth gold or 4 coin, maybe even 5 coin, and then you could buy province on that turn. So that was an idea I had of how to play this. You alternate between Stampedes and provinces. That's not what I ended up doing, by the way. So here I draw all the way up to the end of the deck, and then I play the Golem. I know the Golem will only find the Swamp Hag. I wanted to trigger the shuffle there, and just having the Swamp Hag in play for me was sufficient, and I am unable to buy anything. I didn't want to Scouting Party and trigger the shuffle there. So 5 for Cave is going to be Stampede, put in a Swamp Hag in play. My Golem triggers, draws me a couple, more cards than a couple with the horse. And here I go for a Scouting Party. Actually, no. I think I make the same mistake here. Yeah, I can't get both Scouting Party and Stampede. I just have to take either or. And I just take the Stampede. I do not want the curses in the deck at all. I do not want the curses in the deck at all. So I just go ahead and take the Stampede and pass it back. And so at this point, it's kind of a stalemate. I don't know how to make progress, because buying Stampedes every turn is not progress, because you're not doing anything other than buying Stampedes. It doesn't help you win the game, doesn't advance your deck, That doesn't do anything for you. It lets you draw a lot of cards, but you do nothing with the cards except buy more horses. So I was struggling to find a way to make progress here. Eventually I do decide on a plan on how to make progress, and I don't know on what turn, because this game has many turns, but when it comes up we'll talk about it. In the meantime, we are doing stampede after stampede after stampede here. Lots of stampedes. Could be dangerous in this game if you get caught in the stampede. And the plan that I come up with, I guess I could just tell you instead of waiting for it to show up, because there really is nothing to comment on here. Nothing at all. Just about tracking shuffles and buying stampedes instead of cards that do things. So the plan I come up with is buy another swamp hack. My deck will have only hags and horses. So at some point I will have 2 swamp hags in play. So I buy the swamp hag there. I have to take the curse to do it, but it does help advance my deck. And I want 2 hags in play to further disincentivize Cave from buying anything. So I'm hoping to have 2 hags in play for most of the turn. They also break luck here. So they have 2 curses, I think, to my 1. And they get a 3rd swamp hag as well. So it seems like they are also on board with that plan of getting 2 swamp hags in play every turn. So I draw, I find my swamp hag here. The 3rd swamp hag isn't crazy, because as you take curses, the deck will spread out. So even if you don't get 2 in play, you might have 1 in play all the time because you just have these 3 copies. I also even thought about Counting House here, because Golem will skip past some coppers and then the Counting House could pick it back up, but I don't think it was good. No, I don't think it was good. So here now, I'm not affected by the swamp hag. Miraculously, somehow they didn't find their hag, and that allows me to get a 4th hag in without a curse. So I was very happy about that. I thought about the bank there. Instead, I opted for swamp hag number 4. And now, if I am given an opportunity to play without swamp hag in effect, I'll buy the bank, and then I'll go for provinces. That is the plan that I have at this point. There's not much else to do except wait, just try and load up on horses and make sure enough swamp hags are in play. So Cave only has 3 swamp hags, right? And I forgot about that for some time until later in the game, which means they will have turns where there's only 1 swamp hag in play. And hopefully, if I can maintain my deck composition, I could have 2 swamp hags in play more often than Cave and win the curse split like that. Really. That is my hope, that you just wait on these shuffles to give you an opportunity to do something. Not a great plan, but I didn't see anything better on the board. In the meantime, while you're waiting, just load up on horses. Just load up on horses. And like I said, you don't have to play all the horses, right? You don't have to play all the horses at all. You can hoard them and then leave your opponent without horses. Here is just gonna be more stampede action. I tried to put 2 in play here, 2 hags, but it didn't work out. Just had the single hag in play. And Cave puts down some horses, and for the rest of the game, they do not pick up a 4th swamp hag. So they will always have turns where there's 1 swamp hag in play, and I noticed that after a few turns, and then tried to use that to my advantage. So here the golem turns up horse and hag, so that allows me to put 2 hags in play. I'm going to take the stampede, pass it back. So now with 2 hags in play, I think is very hard for Cave to buy a province. I mean, they definitely have the money in hand. Yeah, but do they want to take the province for 4 points and two curses? I don't know. I don't think so. But maybe you do, and just wait on the shuffles to give you a good hand. Now that you have double hag in play. Because the double hag also helps with the curses in the sense that it gives you a burst of money on the next turn, right? And with the golem, you can play double hag. 6 is already very close to 8, so you don't need that good of a hand to buy province once you have double hag in play. Anyways, we hold off on the provinces for some time. I'm not going to get scouting party here, I think. I think that's wrong to make all those hags miss the shuffle. Thinking about bank as well. But in the end, I decide to go for the provinces. So I am deciding now to go for the green. Oh yeah, there I didn't get hit with the hag, so I was free. Freedom! We took the province, and we have a 1 point lead now because of the hag split. Stampede here, nothing better for me to do, especially with double hag and play from Cave's End. But now here I'm looking for an opportunity to buy a province because I know for sure they will put at most one hag into play. If I can draw enough and line up double hag and get to province, that'll be great news for me. Great news for me. So there is the single hag for them. Just stampede to get the horses, draw through, try to look for the golem. Where are you? Where are you? That is not a golem. And we stop here because the golem will not get me into double hag. So we just save our horses and I take our province with our curse. I had the money, I had the hag, so I said, all right, that's enough. That is enough. Double hag now. I'm not going to buy the province on that. No way. I am not going to buy the province on that. So Cave here goes for a scouting party and another scouting party. I guess the shuffle was bad for them, so they couldn't afford to take the stampede there. I am going to take a stampede here. I think the golem is on the top of the deck now. They get up to province money. See how easy it is to get the province, just especially for them with the silvers. With the once the double hag is in play, so they're able to actually scout a couple times before going for this province. So they take the province with the curse. Still have the 1 point lead because I was able to sneak that province in when the swamp hag was not around. So I do find the golem, but I would like some money to at least buy a stampede here. So I'm gonna play these horses to look for money, which is strikingly hard to find in this deck. Do get there eventually. This is not a great draw, so I play the rest of the horses to get me to the end of the shuffle more quickly. They have two hags. I am gonna skip out on the stampede here because that shuffle is garbage. My single golem is here, so I need to get around to that more quickly. So I opt for scouting parties instead of the stampede, and also there's no hag in play for me, so I choose to take another golem. I like the second golem. It'll help me set up this swamp hag, double swamp hag lock more often. So they get double swamp hag. Just going to scout ahead. Even with the scouting party, you could, once you see double swamp hag, you probably guarantee set up province on your next turn. So maybe that is the correct way to play this. I have no idea. Going for scouting party here and another scouting party to find the golem. We do find the golem. And stampede will put 5 horses on the deck. Power of double swamp hag. Single swamp hag for Cave-O gets them to province. And they're able to get that province without a curse. So very good for them. Here I need to find some money. We're coming down to the end of the game now, finally. Just 3 provinces are left. I do not find province money, but I find enough for a scouting party. We scout, we find the golem. That seems to be good enough. We pass it back to Cave. So they put double hag down, which they didn't want to see, but what can you do? that happens sometimes. Because I was set up to buy province here, but now I have reservations. Now that double hag is in play. So here I'm going to stick double hag in play myself. I unfortunately draw in to the golem, pick up a stampede, hopefully find the golem with that stampede. Cave passes on the province again here, opts for scouting party into stampede. All right, let's see what the stampede gets me. It gets me to my golem, which is great news. And I had the 2 copper, which is why I stopped and played the golem there. If I didn't have the 2 copper, I would have gone looking for it with the horses to find enough money to get up the province. Because there's only this single hag in play. So we take the province. Now there are just 2 left. And we are equal on points, equal on curses, 3 curses each. So after all that has been said and done, 30 turns of grueling Swamp Hag Dominion, we're level on points. Stampede for Cave-O. Now let's see how we navigate through this end game. And we get a big, big, big break here. No hag in play means I don't get a curse, and I have enough money to get the penultimate province. And I think you absolutely take that here. Because at this point now, I just need to ensure I don't miss on duchy, and I should be in a very, very good position to win this game. I'm second player, so Cave cannot take that province and win with a tie. They have to do something else if they want to win. So I will scout. Definitely will scout to find that golem. And then I will take that province to take a 6 points lead. Now, let's see how we can get the last province as well. That's going to be critical, and how we can do so before Cave puts themselves in a position to get that province and win. So lots of horses come out for them. There's the golem, there's the double hag. Right, there's the double hag. They don't do anything on this turn, I believe. No, they take the estate. They take it, which is important. That is an important estate to take. It means now they can take the province and potentially win, if I don't put a hag into play, of course. So there are 2 hags in play on my side. So what that means effectively is 5 points difference. I need to buy duchy here. I absolutely have to buy duchy here, or put 2 hags into play. And then I don't think Cave can win if I get 2 hags in play. So one of the 2 I have to do here. So I have the golem in hand, so it's very likely that I can achieve one of those goals. Maybe I can achieve both of those goals. Maybe I can buy a duchy and put 2 hags in place. So I play the horse to try to do that. I do get the duchy money, and I will put double hag into play. So that is a lockout for this turn. I don't think there's any way for Cave to win on that turn. And I have to take the duchy there. If I don't, if I don't, I would be on how many points? 21 points? I think if I don't, let me go back a little bit. Yeah, if I don't, yeah, okay, I was safe either way. So I didn't have to take this duchy. I convinced myself that I needed to, which is wrong. Now that I look at the video, I see that I'm wrong, which is why I make the videos. So the double hag was enough to deter province from Cave. Didn't need the duchy there, but double hag does set me up to get to province on this turn. So they had the money, but it wouldn't give them the win. And the 2 coppers that show up here will give me the win for game 5. So game 6, sorry, match 5. So we take this match